Hello, friends, and welcome back to 5 Agendas. As you can see, it's kind of late in the evening, but I was having a look at this stuff that I want to share with you, so I won't make it too long because I'm gonna get some sleep. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Let's see here. Okay. So let's turn first to Daniel 8. Verse 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, remember, which waxed exceeding great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven. And it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself. What's this? Let's just do this. That way, you can read it right along with me. Just let this load. Here we go. We'll go to Daniel 8, 13, 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And an host was given him against the daily by reason of transgression. See, that's supplied in both instances. And it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. So one point is, see, he took, and by him the daily was taken away by the little horn, and he cast the truth to the ground. So if the daily is paganism, then paganism is the truth. It does not work, never has, never will. So by him the daily, the Talmud, Christ's high priestly administration, was taken away by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth of Christ's high priestly administration to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Okay. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, Ad Mathay, Hebrew word, how long, until when shall be the vision concerning the daily, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. So here's one saint speaking. Okay. Person number A, person A. And another saint, Saint B, said unto that certain saint, which is back to A, which spake, Ad Mathay, how long, until when shall be the vision concerning items number 1, the daily, vision concerning the daily, and item number 2, the transgression of desolation against the daily by the little horn, when he took away the daily and cast the truth down to the ground. And interestingly, the certain saint, which in the Hebrew is Palmowniy, a wonderful number, who in prior videos and studies the evidence totally proves that Palmowniy is the wonderful number, the man in linen. So he says, unto 2,300 days, 4 years, prophetic years, a day for a year, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. And for those who are familiar with this, we know Daniel 8:14 equals 1844. So it's basically, if you were to paraphrase it, and he said unto me, unto 1844, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. Okay. So I was just thinking, you know what? Let's draw this up. So hopefully this will help. So here you have, and we'll read it. Then I heard one saint speaking. This stick figure here on the right. One saint speaking. Then I heard one saint speaking and another saint, which is the one here on the left. So the another saint asked the question unto that certain saint, who is Palmowniy, wonderful number, the man in linen. And I meant to put man in linen under there, but you know what I mean. So he, this another saint, asked the one who was speaking. He asked, until when, Ad Mathay, until when? He asked the question to the wonderful number, men in linen, until when? Concerning the vision concerning the daily, and the transgression against it by the little horn. And this one saint who was speaking, the certain saint, the wonderful number, Palmowniy, men in linen, he says, yep, check, unto 2,300 years, days or years, 1844. Another saint asks Melchizedek, asks the man in linen concerning these 2 points, until when? And he says, unto 1844, which is why we have this, okay? It's a picture worth 1,000 words. So the question, Ad Mathay, until when, concerning the vision concerning the daily and the transgression, he says, in answer to, the man in linen answers that question, Ad Mathay, until when? He says, unto Daniel 8:14, 1844. Here's your clue. The 1290 concerns the daily. See down here? And from the time that the daily shall be taken away, and the abomination make a desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. So it's unto here. So the question, Ad Mathay, how long or until when, concerning the vision, the transgression against it by the little horn, the man in linen says unto 1844. That's your 1290. That because your 1290 concerns the daily, he says it's unto 1844. That's why all you have to do is count back 1290 years from 1844, and you arrive at only 554. See? Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, unto when? Right here. Shall be the vision concerning the daily, right there. The transgression, right there. Concerning those 2 things. To give both the sanctuary and the host be trodden under foot. He said unto me, unto 2,300 days or years, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed, right there. This text focuses on 1844. This text focuses on 554 because you were just given the clue that the vision concerning the daily and the transgression against it went unto here. The man in linen just said that. But you're given the time frame of how long. It was unto here. But Daniel 12:11 gives you the time frame of the actual how long. So it's unto here. And this is why Ad Mathay can be translated either way. How long or unto what? So unto when? 1844. For how long? All you have to do is count back 1290, reach 554. That's how long. From the time The daily shall be taken away, and the abomination make it desolate set up. There shall be 1,290 days, right there. See that? Okay. And again, Ad Mathay. Until when? He says 1844. 2300. January 14 terminates in 1844. For how long? Did 1211? 1290. Count back 554. So here you see, where's my thing? Okay. Another Saint est men and linen. Unto when? He says, unto here. And that's why we have the date of 554 for the commencement of the 1260, 1290, and the 1335. So I'm going to bring you here to the couple links, because we're going to draw a comparison. Now this can be compared to Ad Mathay from what we're going to look at here. 1814 was the end of the War of 1812, and Napoleon abdicated, and Francis Scott Key penned the Star-Spangled Banner. So until when? Concerning the end of the War of 1812 was in 1814. And Napoleon abdicated until when? 1814. Until when concerning the daily and the transgression of desolation against it? The wonderful number said 1844. How apropos the comparison. Okay. So here, when we look at the actual the War of 1812. So 1814, the War of 1812 ends. It doesn't end in 1812. It's the War of 1812 ending in 1814, which you will be familiar with. So the Treaty of Peace and Amity between His Britannic Majesty and the United States of America, signed by British and American representatives at Ghent, Belgium, ending the War of 1812. Okay, in June 1812, the United States declared war against Great Britain. Okay. Now we'll skip down to here. In 1814, with the downfall of Napoleon, the British were able to allocate more military resources to the American war, and Washington, D.C. fell to the British in August. In Washington, British troops burned the White House, Capitol, and other buildings in retaliation for the earlier burning of the government buildings in Canada by the U.S. And also when the British soon retreated, however, at Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor withstood a massive British bombardment and inspired Francis Scott Key to pen the Star-Spangled Banner. See? Star-Spangled Banner, National Anthem of the United States, September 14th, 1814. Francis Scott Key. Okay? Now, I'm not recommending or advocating or endorsing this in any way, but there's this old song. I just want you to get the point of the first part. So in December of 1814, British forces led by Sir Edward Pakenham landed at the bottom of the Mississippi River. American Colonel Andrew Jackson set up a defense in the nearby town, January 8th, so forth. Now catch this point. Okay, in 1814, we took a little trip. This is just a memory hook. Because look here. Now this obviously is not drawn to, you know, an act drawn to, you know, a timeline scale. Because here's the point. 554 started the 1260, 1290, 1335. You know that the 1290 has to terminate in 1844 because the Mandolin said so. in answer to his inquirer, who asked until when concerning the daily and the transgression. He said 1844. The daily in Daniel 12 is linked with the 1290, so it has to terminate here. You count back 1290 years, 554. So Napoleon was the first of the 5 kings of Revelation 17 that reigned from 554 to 1814. So remember that document about the War of 1812? See, remember? Where was it? See, in 1814 with the downfall of Napoleon, okay? In 1814. So in 1814, here's your memory hook. We did take a little trip because it was 30 additional years until the end of the transgression of desolation and abomination of desolation against the daily by the little horn. There was a little trip between here and here of the 30 additional years. In this type, first part of this apotalismatic 1290 is like we're researching and studying and sharing with you now. 1290 apotalismatically takes place again in the future. So there's a little trip between 1814. We took a little trip to 1844 when the daily vision concerning the daily and the transgression against it ended, ending the 1290, ending the 2300. 2 chronologies prove Daniel 8:14, 1844, rock solid. And that's why this picture is worth 1,000 words. So, look, I hope that helps because, here's your links. It's compared to Ad Mathay. And this is a historical comparison between the ending of the War of 1812 and the downfall of Napoleon, and ending in 1844, as well as the Star-Spangled Banner, which most will be familiar with. So that's a memory hook. Star-Spangled Banner, 1814, the end of the War of 1812, Napoleon downfall, he abdicated, in 1814, which was the end of the 1260. And in 1814, we took a little trip, 30 additional years, to 1844. Okay. So until when concerning the end of the War of 1812? The downfall of Napoleon? 1814. Until when concerning those 2 things? 1814. Same thing. Until when concerning the daily and the transgression? Man in Linen says 1844. And that's how this conversation took place between the another sent who asked the question, until when, concerning these 2 points, asked the wonderful number, who would never get it wrong, until 1844. So look, I hope that helps. It helped me. And see, how do you do this? 1 second here. Stop share. Okay. So there you go. Daniel 8:13 and 14, and Daniel 12:11. There's your evidence and your proof. Until next time, God bless.